Dun, 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 dun.
Hi, guys. It's me, Joy Kauf of Miracles of Joy, and I have with me today Seon from Visionary Guidance and Paul Hubbert from Holographic Sound Healing. And we are going to be sharing with you some of our experiences at these two amazing sacred places, Teotihuacan, Mexico, and Egypt.
Woohoo!
So now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to turn it over to Paul. So, Paul, I'm going to let you introduce yourself, and then Seon, I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm Paul Hubbert, Dr. Paul Hubbert. And I just wanted to throw that in, I'm a sound master. I work with sound therapy and bring that sacred vibration into our experience. So that's enough for now.
Okay.
Awesome.
So, Seon, I'm going to let you introduce yourself and talk a little bit about your body of work that you do as well.
Hey, everybody. I'm Seon with a body of work. I like that. Actually, right now I'm in the back of a limo. Anyway, it's a silly life. Greetings, everybody. Thanks, Joy. Hi, Paul. The bottom line is I've been channeling for a couple of 3 decades or so, and what I'm bringing to this, and I'm excited to share, is bring that still and quiet voice, bring it out, and let the connections happen. And hopefully with those people that come with us, I'll be assisting them to find that still quiet voice within themselves so they can, too, also have that connection and bring greater energies and frequencies. That's what I'm looking to do.
And for those of you who
Cool.
don't know me, my name is Joy Kauf, and I am the owner of Miracles of Joy Metaphysical Center here in Lewisville, Texas. And what we are doing now is we're offering webinars, at least my pet project is offering webinars on the web. These two gentlemen have worked out of Miracles of Joy, met with a lot of our customers, and they're probably two of our best presenters that we have here at Miracles of Joy. People really like their energy. They're very connected. Both of them are very connected to their guidance, and both of them have a amazing energy to share with you guys in these journeys. So with me getting started, it looks like that we have a question. So I'm going to go ahead and receive the first question that we got.
This is directed to Paul. What is special and unique about taking a spiritual journey to Egypt?
So Paul, this is directed to you, and it's what is special and unique about taking a sacred journey to Egypt?
Well, first of all, Egypt is one of the oldest established places on this earth, with the most extensive history that we have to date. And to take a journey to Egypt is, in a way, it's like going back in time, but yet at the same time, it's going into greater consciousness. And with our group and what we will be able to offer as a team together, I guarantee that on this journey, you will experience activations. You will experience a changed life. The journey to Egypt, connecting with the temples, and everybody gets to experience a very special energy that will be special to you, depending on the temples that we're at. And different people will respond and connect with different temples. And the great thing is that you get to experience virtually all of them. And concluding our journey in a special ceremony inside the Great Pyramid, inside the King's Chamber. And it's hard to put into words because of the experience that you will have. And in every temple, and including the Great Pyramid, you'll get to experience meditation. You'll get to experience going deeper into consciousness through sound, through the vibration, through all the various gifts that the three of us and the group has to offer for you. And the three of us, we don't work alone.
Right.
We have lots of help
Lots
along
of,
the way. So go ahead.
I said lots of help.
Mhm.
Yes,
Lots
and
of
lots of help. We are not alone.
We have another question.
And it's a similar vein for Seon.
Okay.
What does he find special about a sacred journey to Teo?
So Seon, someone's asking, what do you find as a special journey to, why is Teo so special? Why is that a special journey?
Well, in the same vein that Paul was speaking to, you're going someplace that's out of the box. It is historical. It's been there in ancient times. Obviously, our society didn't create that. It's been there for a very long time. If nothing else, when you walk up, these are step pyramids, different than the sacred site in Egypt, where these are step pyramids, where you walk up the steps. There's a specific inward throw and upward thrust in a stair that we have in our times now. You go to Teotihuacan and you walk up these stairs, you go, these are very interesting legged people that were walking up these stairs. So you realize that beyond time and space, there's something else involved. There's something there to learn in the sense of, how did this space come to be? And you have the opportunity. We do meditations, we do channelings, we do all sorts of rites. We have shamans, and it really invites you to go deeper into, what does it mean to be human? What does it mean to be me here and now? So that's when I went to Teo the first time with Joy and a group. It was truly, it's always spontaneous. You never know what's going to be presented to you. You don't know. And it's filled, there's people, there's situations. It's a magical experience to be able to literally allow yourself to surrender, to be vulnerable. You're not at your house. You're not with the dog and the cat. You're not with your family. Or maybe your family's with you, which is appropriate. Though I'm saying is that you're not in your normal surroundings. So it's totally a very freeing, very expansive journey.
Okay, we have another question.
This one's for Joy. So if someone's drawn to a place, is it for a reason they feel that pull?
So this one is actually to me, question to me. If someone's drawn to a place, is there a reason that they actually feel that pull? And my answer is absolutely. I can remember the very first time that I went to Teo. What I actually had, believe it or not, I had two guides that I was working with, or these beings that were showing up to me in my sleep, that I call them the Panther people. And I can remember some experiences with some healings with Seon and Neil, where these Panther people showed up as they were channeling these energies coming forward. And one of my guides at that time was known as Sun Eagle. And when I got to Teo for the very first time, I'm sitting in my room in the dreaming house, and I literally saw these two spirit panthers walk into my room and jump on the bed next to me, and were looking at me. And in my conversation with Alberto, who runs the dreaming house, who is a shaman in his own right, I was telling him about these guides that were showing up to me for about a year, and his response to me is, Teo has called you home. We are connected to these places. There are homes, there are frequencies and those places that are connected to us. And you get called to that place in order for these frequencies to merge with you more fully in your spiritual life and your everyday way of being. I feel the same way about Egypt. I can, tell you stories about Egypt and gods that are there, and my connection with those gods as well. And it's the same thing. It calls you home. It is calling you home. I feel that there are frequencies and there are beings that live on a different realm in those areas. And what happens in those areas is you merge more fully with those guides. You merge more fully with those frequencies. And what they're doing is actually helping you become more aligned on your spiritual path. It's about unplugging. You unplug from the world for about a week, and time stands still when you're there. I can't even describe it. It feels like you've done a year's worth of work in a week. you could talk to the people that participate on these events, and you say, how much time do you feel has passed? And they're like, weeks have gone by, and it's only been a day. There's so much of you that opens and expands to these frequencies, and they really do change your life. They actually guide you. And I feel many people that are drawn to these spiritual journeys are being guided to help them align with their path of what they're here on this planet to do.
Where do I sign up?
I want to open up.
I want to go.
Yeah, we have people wanting to hear more about these unique experiences that y'all have experienced.
Okay.
You can hear from
well,
them.
maybe I'll go ahead and we'll ask. So I have a question for Paul that came up. The question that we got is someone wants to hear about our unique experiences that we have personally experienced in Egypt. I can tell you one thing. I do have a picture of Paul that I stole from Facebook, where his hand is up in the Temple of Egypt, and his whole face is light. It's just a light that's over his face. I should probably share some of those pictures if anyone's interested in them, because you actually have very unique experiences. Paul, why don't you share one of your experiences in Egypt?
Well, it's many, actually. And I've been taking groups to Egypt 1999, almost every year. And virtually every experience is loaded with these gifts, these opportunities. Once in the Great Pyramid, we did a ceremony there, and upon completion of the ceremony, we took a picture, and I'll share this with you guys. Oh, and by the way, this is secret because you're not supposed to take pictures.
They're listening.
So keep this to yourself. So we took the picture, or I took the picture, and just, you would not believe how the light bodies, the orbs that just surrounded us within the sanctuary, within the temple, or within the pyramid, just phenomenal. And so many experiences. I was in the Temple of Hathor doing a sound meditation, and I use crystal bowls in the work that I do. I take them everywhere. So we'll be able to utilize these experiences inside the temples, inside the Great Pyramid. And in the Temple of Hathor, we were in meditation, sound meditation, and very sacred. And at first, we were the only group there, and then another group came in, and there are many of the locals who I call the temple priests, and they're just locals that come in and they watch over things. And this other group came in, and they, we were taking too long. And we don't take too long. We really don't, belabor the experience, because it's, these are places that are here for everyone. But nonetheless, someone in this group said, and we were all eyes closed in meditation, and they said, "Could you hurry up?"
Ah!
I know. And so, unknown to me at the time, because I just kept going, the temple priest came in, and they created a wall between us and this other group and pushed them out of the sanctuary. Pushed them out so we could finish, because they respected and they knew the work that we were doing. And it just, my Egyptologist friend that I work with, she said, "I've never seen anything like this before."
Wow.
I mean, they just knew what was going on and set up that barrier to protect the work that you were doing. It's
And
just,
when are you going to Egypt, sir? Because I'd like to sign up.
it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. But we'll make you a deal.
No sacrifices, sir.
And
No, that's in Teo.
Damn it.
so Sayon, the same question for you about Teo. Have you one of your unique experiences?
Well, the last time when we sacrificed that cup, anyway.
Well, they deserved it.
Yeah.
You know?
He didn't eat all the food. Anyway, so yes, I've been to Teo a number of times, and there's some places that you go inside, but of course the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. So basically, we're doing some ceremonies. We're doing some just spoken meditation, or we're laying on top of the Moon Pyramid. I'll bring that up. Is that it's got a different type of stairs, and that's the unique thing. Each one of these step pyramids it's like, okay, where was the construction person for that one? Because these stairs are completely different. It's like, what the? And so anyway, we're at the top of the Moon Pyramid, and I'm leading in a little guided visualization. We're doing some holding palms for a moment, and then everyone lays down. And what I love the most about sharing the work in an outdoor environment where there's a lot of chaos is that, likening to you, Paul, you have people who, there's no priests up there. These are just travelers like ourselves. And they go, wow. And this one couple, these two young ladies, I saw them. They had been, ghosting us along our little journey here. And when we got to the Moon Pyramid, I said, would you like to join us? They go, oh, yes. So I said to the group, I said, is it all right if we have a few more people? They said, yes. So we all did our little ceremony, laid down. And all I can tell you is that being a facilitator of this, when I'm standing in the middle of the group laying down, you do go into an altered state. You do get expanded. You do feel the energy. And the unique thing is there's not a lot of written stuff about the Moon Pyramid. They haven't done a lot of clearing. They're not letting anyone go any further up the side of it or anything like that. So anyway, I finally was complete, and I sat down, and I felt this depth, I'll just call it that. And you're on top of stone, and I felt the hollowness underneath. And so now that was one of the first times I was there. We speed forward to the last time I was there. And I was speaking to Alberto. He's the managing person of the Dreaming House where we stay. That's the name of the digs where we stay. Anyway, the short story was, he said last time we were there to Joy and myself, he goes, so would you like to, they've been doing some digging underneath the Moon Pyramid. I went, what? And he goes, oh, yeah, it's hollow. And I went, so I just went, I'm ready. And so this is the kind of experience it's all spontaneous. And we're not supposed to tell you that we get inside certain areas. And sorry, I'm sliding around here. Slow down the car, Jeeves. Anyway, it's so funny that
you're driving around in the parking lot.
Yeah, someone just hit the car. Anyway, the bottom line is you never know. And it's like what Paul said, you have there are sacred moments where they're undefined, they're magical, they're like miracles, because what shouldn't be happening is happening, And I'm sure, Joy, if you have an experience to share, you can share when we were really thrown down the well.
I'll share my ET experience. There's one place that is so special to me. And if you step in front of this doorway, it reminds me in Peru, you would hear the shamans that would actually smudge this brick wall, and they would say that's where their gods came through. And, everyone's like, that doesn't make any sense. Well, there's a place that's called Heaven in Teotihuacan, Mexico, and it's a doorway within a doorway. And there was one time, it's a place that in the Toltec tradition, you allow your higher self to merge with you. And when I stood in front of that place, I watched as it got fuzzy and it opened up. And I could see the beings on the other side of the wall. And I'm watching as they're moving around in this room that's on the other side. And I had one of them, they kept walking by, and all of a sudden my eyes were following him as he walked by. And he turns to me and he goes, "You can see me?" And I went, and it's like, "She can see us." And he pulled another one over that she can see us. And it was the most incredible experience in my whole entire life. And what I got from that is, what it shared with me in that moment is, we're not alone in this planet. It's almost like these beings share this planet with us, but they vibrate at such a high frequency and a high vibration that we don't always get to realize that they're there. We don't get to see them, but there's those magical moments when you choose to elevate your vibration as a person. And as you vibrate and get into that spiritual energy, you become more in line with them. And then you get to experience those experiences with these beings. And it was just incredible. This place speaks to me like no other place. And it's one of my favorite places that, of Teo, it is probably my favorite place there, and it just resonates with me. Now, other people will resonate with the Sun Pyramid. Other people will resonate with the place of the women. They'll resonate with the different temples that you interact with. It's just, this happens to be my place. This is one that actually speaks to me.
Was that after you did all those 4 shots of tequila, Joy?
No, I was totally sober at the time.
There you were.
That's right. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Right.
Yes.
Awesome.
We have
What
another
curtain?
question.
Yeah, right. What curtain? Exactly.
Okay.
Why do these places have unique energy? What makes them so powerful?
Okay, the question that I have, and I'll let Paul take this one. What is it about these places where they have unique energy? What makes them so powerful?
Well, these places that we'll visit, they're vortexes, first of all. And what creates the most powerful vortexes is when ley lines cross. And when you go up the Nile, for instance, the ley lines are just weaving back and forth, creating figure eights all the way up the Nile. Wow. And these temples are built along the Nile, either on the east side, on the east bank, or the west bank. And besides the fact that they are energy sites, they have become, of course, sacred sites because of what has gone on in these places, the purpose, the original intent for for the presence of the temple that we will be at, or at the Great Pyramid. And speaking of the Great Pyramid, that entire structure on the Giza Plateau, that aligns with Orion and Sirius. And they're built on a golden mean spiral. I mean, the technology and wisdom that came to express itself in Egypt is just phenomenal. Our modern technology still can't figure out how to build a pyramid like what's on the Giza Plateau. Wow. They can't do it. Our machinery would break trying to build that kind of structure. It's beyond word, There's one of the places at the Temple of Abydos where exists the flower of life. And it's etched into the stone. The temple that it's actually, and we'll see this when we're there, the temple that it's actually etched in is about 8,000 years older, 8 to 9,000 years older than the Temple of Abydos. And it's underneath the temple. The Abydos temple was built on top of what is referred to as the Osiris temple. And that's where the flower of life is. Scientists have looked at this and they say this is so precisely done, it looks like it was lasered into the stone.
Wow.
It's absolutely amazing. And at that time, there were only 3 places around the world where the flower of life had been discovered. And this is the most profound. This is where you can actually see it in the structure. It's just, it's amazing. Everywhere that we go and experience, it's just another phenomenon. You know, it's like, God, I thought we had reached the peak at the last pyramid or at the last temple. And it's like, here we go. We're taking another step.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. It's a life-changing experience.
It surely does sound that way. Specifically, I'm sure it always does change since you've been to going there since '99, and with all the groups you've taken, it must still, no matter, it's like a virgin experience every time you do it because of the new people, the
Yes,
different people that come along. It's amazing.
Yeah,
My experience
exactly.
anyway.
And it's exciting for me to see the people, the group connect with wherever it is that they connect with, and they light up. You know, it's amazing because that allows me to light up more too.
Sure, that's the joy of it, right, Joy?
And stay on.
Yeah,
Stay
Joy.
on. Same question to you. Do you want me to repeat the same question to you about Teotihuacan?
About
what makes it so unique and energy?
Well, you know, the bottom line is, like what Paul was talking about, these are ancient. There's lots of energy. There's diverse frequencies. You've got ley lines. You've got celestial connectivity. We all know this. Geodesically, geothermically, you've got all this different vibrational energy. And that which created these sacred sites knew that. And that's unique unto itself. You know, unless you're a celestial traveler, how would you know that back in these ancient of times? No one's, you know, holding up a compass back then. So bottom line is, what makes it truly unique is what the last few words that what I was talking to Paul about is that, yes, the site itself is astounding. We had a couple of opportunities to do things that most people don't get to do, like, you know, pictures in the Great Pyramid, going underneath the Sun Pyramid. You know, these are things that we don't talk about, but they, depending
we never talk about those.
Yeah, we never talk about those.
Never.
Oh, are we live? Anyway.
No.
So the bottom line, though, is that it has to be a perfect alignment for us to be able to do that. But back to the question at hand, what really makes it unique for me is the people. You know, whether one time there was a dog. There's lots of dogs in this area, canines in Teo. And they just let them, you know, they're roaming around looking for their street animals. But people, they're friendly. They come up to you. There was this dog laying at one of my favorite temples, the Temple of Quetzalcoatl. It's, well, it's a wild ride. You can tell by all the dragons. But anyway, there's this dog. It was up at the top of this thing. I was going, how the hell did the dog get up here? This dog was limping, and it would lay down. You know, I watched it limp. And no kidding. The dog limped, laid down on the stone. 5-10 minutes. We were all up there just humming and sitting. The dog gets up, no limp. Bolts down the stairs. I go. So I did the same thing.
You went and laid down on the stone.
Yeah. I laid down, did my, curled my tail. But it's the people. It's the magic of watching what happens to the souls that come along for the ride, or just watching people that are not even part of our group that you kind of go, wow. You see them transform. And like you were saying, Paul, that for me that's why I do this work. That's why I share this, because for me, it allows me to go, wow, and I get to open up as well. It's magical.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add one thing to that. What I find so unique when you go into the energies of the frequencies is how humanity becomes one. Mm-hmm. We're on the top of the Sun Pyramid, and we start doing some sort of our own thing as a group. And you turn around and look, and everyone in the sun pyramid joins in. They
Right.
want to be part of this. They want to be connected to this. And you're up there and you're doing your own ritual, your own celebration, and everyone becomes part of the group. And then they become part of the group. I mean, everyone's hugging at the end of it of people that they just met 20 minutes ago on the top of the sun pyramid. And you can't, you know, it gives me hope in humanity when I have those experiences, when we just become our spiritual self in those moments.
Do you remember the guard, Joy, last time we were up there?
Yes.
We were doing a ceremony, and Joy was looking at me. She goes, we're being watched. And I went, oh. And I'm sure they have these kind of guards. They're not necessarily priests. They're guards from the country, Paul. I'm sure that Egypt has the same thing. They don't have armament on them or anything, but they're there to control whatever is going to happen. But they're trying to cut back on people doing public ceremonies, I suppose. And so we're doing this ceremony, and a lot of people joined in, and there's our group. And finally, I just did the last thing, did some anointing and some oils, and the guard came up. He goes, I went, okay, thank you. In other words, he and Joy came up.
But we were actually finished at that particular time.
Right, we finished, but you remember you were saying he kept coming up, and every time he took a step, he stepped back.
He would be forced back. And I've had that experience as well as the place of heaven that I talked about. It's like the guards don't want you to stop in front of this doorway. And when you're when I was there, I would have this one guard, he would step forward and he would rock back. He would step forward and he would rock back. And this went on until I completely finished what I was doing. It was almost like they were beings there, keeping them from interfering with what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yay.
Hey, we have another question.
People now starting to ask about trip details.
Okay, we have people asking about trip details. So, trip details.
Call
How do
Joy.
I sign up?
That's a good
What about the accommodations?
segue moment.
We'll talk about the accommodations. Paul, I'll let you talk about Egypt's accommodations, and I can go ahead and talk about Teo's accommodations.
Okay. With Egypt, our accommodations, we're in 5-star hotels. I mean, unbelievable, beautiful hotels. The downside is that when we're on the Nile, we'll be in a rowboat.
Yeah.
Yeah. There'll be slaves that'll be rowing for us, you know, not really. Actually,
wow, this is really authentic.
Yes, yeah, very much. That's the whole objective, is to create the authenticity of the experience. No, actually, all the way through the entire experience, we'll have 5-star experiences. The hotels that we'll be in are top-notch, beautiful, just excellent. 4 days, 4 nights, we'll be cruising on the Nile. We'll be in a beautiful cruise, large boat, ship. It's sort of like a Mississippi River boat in a way. And, you know, several stories, usually about 4 stories tall, swimming pool and full large deck on top. They're beautiful. That's my favorite times of our travel, because first of all, you get to unpack when you get to, you know, to be in one place for a while, except
we're losing Paul.
You're not necessarily, because we'll dock and go out and experience temples and, you know, and various experiences. So, and it's just 5-star all the way, absolutely beautiful. Many of our meals are included, most 2 out of 3 a day, top notch all the way.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Over to you, Sayon.
All right, buddy, you're breaking up there, so but I'm gonna
breaking up a little bit. So I'll talk a little bit about the accommodations of Teo. Teo, what ends up happening is people fly in, and we actually have a van that picks everyone up from the airport, and we head on a trek to the Dreaming House. And when you actually walk into the gates of the Dreaming House, it is more of a retreat area. It is absolutely beautiful. They have carved obsidian statues all throughout the Dreaming House. There's a labyrinth that we walk on a daily basis. There's fluorite, a big fluorite sphere that you can sit on top of. It's huge, and it's just absolutely beautiful with the colors of the area and the room. Each person will have, we have double occupancy. They will have their rooms. What I love the most is the tile. You're in, it's almost like a gated community that you're in, and you have free reign. We have teaching rooms that are available. So every night we'll gather together. There's a yoga room that we'll gather in as well and do some stretching after walking all day long. And the meals are, you will love the yoga because it'll help stretch you out for the next day of walking.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
The meals are, I would say, home-style meals, family-style meals that are delivered. And it's like every morning, some people go in the first time, there's fruit with every single meal. You have fruit, you have appetizer, you have like soup and a main course. You can go as many times as you want, and a dessert. There's 2 meals a day in what they call a light supper at 10 o'clock at night. So we will eat a big breakfast, and most people think the fruit, the yogurt, the toast, that's breakfast. No, that's just a first level of breakfast. Then there's a second level of breakfast that comes out.
I'm in for the second level.
And it's usually they'll have different things like eggs. I can tell you the thing that I love about the food in Mexico is you can tell it doesn't have GMOs. You can tell that it doesn't have fructose corn syrup. You will feel like you're eating heaven when you're eating this fruit. There's no way to describe it. The food is really, really real, and it makes you feel so much better that when you come back to the United States, you feel like you're eating plastic. This tasted so much better in Mexico.
And very similar in Egypt also.
Wow.
In the Nile Delta, they grow virtually everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's, everything grows, all vegetables, anything you can think of, it grows in the Nile Delta.
Wow.
And the food there is excellent also. And something, Joy, you reminded me of, when you arrive, we'll have a specific person there to meet and greet you, bring you through all the customs stuff, help you get your bags, get you to the hotel. It doesn't matter when you arrive, our person will be there to meet you.
Awesome.
And take care. We are so taken care of. It's amazing.
The meals, and when I want to say the meals, like our main meal is about 3 o'clock in the day, 3:30, after we come back from the pyramids and we're like starving to death after walking. And the meals are like soup, and they have different kinds, chicken, beef, different meals, vegetables, salad, fruit. I can't even describe it. There's just so much food.
I'm getting hungry. Stop.
I'm getting hungry. And then when I say the snack at the end of the day, it's not just, I want to say snack. They have like quesadillas that they put out, little, sandwiches, fruit. Again, it's a lot of fruit. Water, just so you guys know, they bring in filtered water. So there's this container of filtered water, so you're able to fill up your bottles, any plastic bottles that you have, and bring that to your room. When we're at the pyramids, we go to the pyramids every single day. We'll do ceremony at the pyramids every single day. There's also plenty of shopping there, so you want to bring some extra money because you're going to get deals like you've never seen before. Also, at the Dreaming House, Alberto is an artist beyond an artist, so it's tons of obsidian, crystal skulls, different things like that you'll be able to buy as well at the Dreaming House. And they have snacks. Like if you are hungry at the pyramids, they're actually a place that has like soda, water, snacks, bottled water that you can purchase, snacks, so anything that you may want to buy. I don't go hungry when I'm in Teo, and Seon doesn't go hungry, which says an awful lot if you've traveled with Seon.
Oh, righty then.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Well, just get it off your chest, Joy. Yeah, I'm a snack hound. I carry little snacks.
So I have a question.
Mhm.
So, Joy, what happens if someone signs up as a result of seeing our webinar?
Okay. If someone signs up because they've seen our webinar, we will give them $200 off of the Teo price and $300 off of the Egyptian price.
Where do I sign up?
You're already in.
You can also find more information on both tours at miraclesofjoy.org. Again, that is miraclesofjoy.org. If anyone has any questions, please give us a call at 972-221-8080. Again, that is 972-221-8080. Got a question? We got a question.
Oh.
Reason for each of you to be on either one of these trips?
That's a very quiet
Like
question.
one reason
It is.
that you would suggest to take these.
Oh, okay.
Drink.
Okay, here's the question. Yeah. Okay, Paul, this is to you. What name one reason someone should take the trip to Egypt? Why should they do it? Oh, okay, put him on the spot.
Only one
Yeah.
reason?
To hear the singing bowls, damn it.
Well, that's just a given.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But one reason is because it will connect you into higher consciousness in ways that you've not experienced thus far, and open you up in ways that you've not experienced.
Perfect. And Seon, same question to you. One reason why someone should.
I'm sorry, and one other thing.
Okay.
Look at the three of us. I mean,
Look at him.
you will have the most fun and exciting and spiritual experience. I promise you. It's just beyond words.
Did you say spiritual?
Excuse me?
Did you say
What was
spiritual?
that? Well, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
And along with that, the one thing I would say is beyond having an experience of a lifetime, I would say you will find more aspects of yourself and you will be more. That's all I would share. I look forward to going to Egypt with Paul and Joy. I have not been to Egypt, and I'm looking forward to that. I look always forward to going back to Teo because of the food.
And as far as Egypt, don't tell Seon this, but we need a sacrificial lamb at the temple.
Did you say lamb there? Ooh,
Lamb. Yeah.
lamb. I love lamb.
The temple of Komombo, that's the crocodile temple.
Oh. Well,
So-
Joy wouldn't know anything about crocodiles, would you now, Joy?
No,
We
not
have-
a thing about crocodiles. So from where I sit, why should someone go to Teo? We're so plugged into our life with our cell phone, with work, with our family. We're living this multi-dimensional life where we're not really present in any of them at any period of time. So why should you go to Teo? Why should you go to Egypt? Because you want to do it for you. You want to finally put yourself first above everyone else. And what you're going to do is actually plug in to you, your guides, your guidance, and just be in the present moment for a week. You will look, I promise you, you will look 5 to 10 years younger when you leave.
We should go 2 or 3 times. Like, maybe do this every month.
Let me go.
Joy will be the schoolmaster, and Paul and I will play.
Touch base. Teotihuacan. Our journey to Teotihuacan is September 24th through the 30th of 2017.
Woohoo!
And
Coming
Egypt will be December 9th through December 19th of 2017. So Teo is right around the corner. So if it's something that you're interested in signing up for, please give us a call. We will work with you. We will get you with people who are flying out of areas. We'll show you who the people are that you can fly with if you don't want to fly by yourself, and what their airlines are. I can tell you that the airline ticket price for going to Teo right now, I know that if you fly from Aero Mexico, at the last price I saw was $296.
That's from Dallas?
American, huh?
Dallas?
Out of Dallas. And then American Airlines was like $456 out of Dallas. It is a straight shot out of Dallas. It's less than a 2-hour flight.
And just think of all the stocking stuffers you can acquire when you come to Egypt.
I know.
Yes.
My stockings are stuffed.
You too can have your own personal priest. Anyway. Awesome.
And let me go over the prices for this. The prices for Teotihuacan, Mexico is $1,725. That covers your meals. That covers double occupancy. That really covers everything. We take tips, getting in. Everything it's a all-exclusive price except for your shopping. The money that you want to buy. Remember, there's also a coupon that takes $200 off, so that'll bring it down to $1,525. And you can use that extra $200 for spending, and you can buy a lot for $200.
Well, that extra $200 will almost pay for your flight.
Yes.
Absolutely. You're thinking, Paul.
I know. Always.
And for Egypt,
a little too much.
Again, Egypt is from December 9th to December 19th. The price is $3,795. And we are taking $300 off of that price. That'll bring it to $3,495. And it is double occupancy, 5-star accommodations that covers most meals and tips, all entrance fees, transportation, domestic air travel within Egypt, and a world-class Egyptologist and guide. That's also going to cover your cruise on the Nile as well.
Paul, I have a question.
Yes.
Are camels included?
Well, they are there.
I want to ride a camel.
Something we haven't mentioned is that we do have an extension set up for this journey.
Oh, right.
And the extension is an additional 3 days where we will go to Mount Sinai, to Moses Mountain, and to St. Catherine's Monastery.
Wow.
And those of us who go on that part of the experience will have the opportunity to ride camels halfway up the mountain.
Woohoo! I'm in.
As we go to Moses Mountain.
Wow.
And then we'll have our own personal meditation on top of the mountain, on top of Moses Mountain. So it's pretty extraordinary too. But we'll have opportunities also in the main journey. If you want to ride a camel, say on, we can arrange that.
Oh, baby.
We will do that. Now, personally, I'm going to take an Arabian horse.
Oh.
But we'll put you on a camel.
Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be carrying the bags.
How did he know that? Well, that's right. He was psychic.
Well, if you can't tell, we're going to be laughing a lot.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's going to be fun.
So I'm just going to reiterate one more thing. I'm going to go ahead and go to our website again, and it is www.miraclesofjoy.org. There is a tag for Sacred Journeys. You can click on that, and it'll give you all kinds of details about both of these journeys. And again, you can reach me at 972-221-8080. If you want to email me, my email is joykauf@msn.com. That's JOYKAUF as in Frank @msn.com.
What? That was very funny. You paid a lot of money to do that. Paul, what's your website, Paul? So if someone wants to ask you a personal question about Egypt?
My website or my email?
Well,
Let's go with my email. My email is, let's use me, M-E, at holographicsound.com. That's HOLOGRAPHICSOUND.com. Me.
Loud and clear. And if you want to get in touch with me and talk about anything, it's Seann, CEANN, looks like that, at visionaryguidance.com. Seann at visionaryguidance.com. Hey, guys, this has been a blast.
It has. And one last little thing I want to add about airfare to Egypt. Airfare to Egypt will range from about $825 to $1,100, depending on when you make your, I know, it's pretty good. Those are good prices. Depending on when you make your flights, your time, and where you're flying from.
Destination point, yeah.
Yes,
I imagine
and also,
can't you go nonstop from the major cities like L.A., Dallas, or New York?
No.
Oh, you can't.
From New York, yes.
From
New York, yes, you can go nonstop straight into Cairo.
Wow. Awesome.
And one other thing on the flights, if you need assistance in helping to coordinate those times and everything, then please let me know. Call me, email me, and I'll work with you on getting the best flights, the best, the minimal layovers and all that kind of stuff, and the best price you can get.
Thanks for that, Paul. That's great.
Yes.
Okay, I think that wraps it up for us. Thank you guys for joining us.
Woo-hoo!
And we will actually have a replay for that. We'll have a replay. So I will be sending out a digital copy of this to my buddies here so they can share with folks. So thanks, Seann, for joining. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Lay